Hello, um, this is Hannah Klein. Um, Sometimes I may cough or my voice is a little bit awkward. I caught a cold at the end of the year and then it turned into asthma. I found out a few days ago. Anyway, um, today is January 17th, and it's a special day for Japanese people. Great Hanshin Awaji Earthquake hit the area of Kobe Prefecture. Um, it was epicentral earthquake, and there were so many victims. There were 6,434 victims from the earthquake. But unlike the earthquake that happened back in Tokyo before a long time ago, it was early in the morning and nobody was using fire, so there were no uh, fires coming out of like from the kitchen, but that was horrible. And actually, I personally remember this very well. Uh, uh, I know some people who who live in Kobe area, and they went to have some meals delivered by the relief groups, and also I have known this person for a long time, but her building was not destroyed, but all the other buildings around her apartment was just terribly destroyed. And she came back to my her hometown with her boyfriend in the boyfriend's car. And along the way, she saw so many dead bodies and she was so scared. Then she got to Mount Roko, you know. Then the scene totally changed, and children were exercising in the morning. But like the area of Hyogo Prefecture, like the area that was that were affected by the earthquake, it was just so terrible. And I pray that they rest in peace. The victims rest in peace. I'll just move on to my podcast guests. Actually, there are a lot of people, but I would like to talk about several guests that, interesting people. Well, I have already spoken about Lindsey Laveen. Well, he's coming to my podcast on January 22nd. And then I also invited David Atherton on February 11th, which is, very exciting to me. And I have invited John Aziz, Isaac Oron. Isaac Oron was actually born in Israel, and he doesn't live in Israel right now, but he travels around from time to time, go back and forth Israel and hit the country that he lives in. Well, if the date is set, I would like to talk more about them. Well, John Aziz is on X, and I hope that nobody attacks him, really. He is half Palestinian, and he's half Scottish. British. So, but anyway, um, um, I, well, I would like to just tone down that a little. Well, first of all, I have to say this. I just don't speak on behalf of other people, or, I mean, I only just represent myself and, as a person. And then, I hope there's no situation terrible. Well, yeah, it's just that I just wish, but I will tone down a little about President Biden's decision. He is leaving soon, and on January 20th, there's a new president. President Trump is January 20th is the President-elect Trump's inauguration. I hope it's well. And, well, I would like to talk about Nippon Steel again. President Biden's decision, I'm sorry, it is very corrupt, as the CEO of U.S. Steel stated made in the statement. It was, I was so angry at what he mentioned, the national security reason. Like, you know what? The two companies, if they become one company, then they are the ones which are going to make products for U.S.-Japan alliance. I mean, Nippon Steel has a lot of technologies to offer, and also Nippon Steel will provide the employees very nice benefits, and also provide secure employment, secure working place, and also their workplace will be secure. I mean that they will not be in trouble in life all of a sudden or something. They will be able to gain a fair amount of wages, and also they will get benefits and other benefits, and they will have insurance. They'll have a lot of benefits from like U.S. Steel, supported by Nippon Steel. It's not national security issue. I'm sorry, but it is not. And I actually personally know some researchers from Nippon Steel. One of them went through the Great East Earthquake, And he had to be on the top of the factory. He was looking at all, like, everything just washed away in the excuse me, in the tsunami. And the building structure of Nippon Steel is very strong. I mean, it's very famous. Like, even, the houses they built, it's very popular because the structure is very strong, and usually the rooms, like, the designs are very good. It's very, Nippon Steel, like, builds uh, excuse me, a very popular, well, not, sorry, very popular buildings, like housings. But my friend, he was saying that, his company, Nippon Steel, creates um, um, like, what do I say? A furnace for the debris of the houses or whatever, just to clear the land. And uh, actually, I also have an acquaintance who have uh, created a mechanism, like machine, so to freeze the polluted water, so that the polluted water doesn't just flow into the river. I mean, everybody was paying a lot of effort. He was a government employee, but uh, he earned 2 patents for from his research. But anyway, everybody was paying a lot of effort when the disaster happened. And it was not something like, we cheat something, we cheat this, we cheat that, we blah blah blah. And then a few days ago, this man, Cleveland Cliffs CEO, Goncalves. Oh my gosh, he was terrible. What he said was baseless, and also what he said was baseless humiliation of a nation. And also, Japan did not teach dumpings, like he said, and also Japan did not teach overcapacity, blah blah blah, those things. Like, he is not telling the truth at all. And also, I'm sorry, I don't think he was brought up in a democratic environment. And if I say this, it sounds a little problematic, but he, you know what? I have known a lot of American people, including veteran soldiers. They do not speak like this CEO. And I know who talk like him. I'm sorry, but these people are something like China. Yeah, exactly. or not, just some kind of like democratic area, like just, those people from democratic nations don't talk like him. And also, like those people who want to justify the war, in that Putin started. Yeah, they were speaking to me about various things, like, well, like North Korea and China especially made a joint, well, not a joint, but made similar statements when Japan changed laws regarding counterattacks. They said, like, Japan is like, hasn't learned anything from 1945, blah, blah, blah. They said that. I'm sorry. But that humiliation was just beyond patience. I don't know, to these kinds of people, I don't think they ever understand, but, there were exchanges between Japan and the United States. Dolls from the United States came to Japan, and everybody was fascinated because the dolls had blue eyes. It was very important, even though many were burned during the war, but still there are not many, but people finds out that was one doll, owned by a very famous industrialist, is in the museum, but there are other dolls, like with blue eyes, which are kept in other areas. And even though it's old, maybe rusty, we keep these dolls very clean, and it's still very important. They are very important because they are the sign of the friendship between Japan and the United States. Japan sent the Japanese dolls to the United States. I don't think such story ever matters to the CEO. Well, I don't think, I don't care about his statement at all. I don't get angry, agitated, but it is just too much. And I think that he's just saying too much. But I saw Ambassador Yamagami's post discussing that the embassy of Japan in the United States should say something about it. Well, I hope they did, but they didn't. Well, I don't want to talk about politics so much, but I don't know exactly why this current administration does not say a single word when this kind of thing happens. It won't change anything. And then just, Japan has to be very clear on what Japan has to say on this. And, he's talking about something else, like, I mean, I don't know what he's trying to do, but like many Japanese people don't understand what he's trying to do. Well, his approval rate is like 30%, and it's, oh, it's like terrible. I just hope that, there's a new prime minister. Yes, I really I was really upset about the last election to choose the president of LDP. And, Sanae Takaichi, Representative Sanae Takaichi, she is not extreme right wing or something like that. I mean, she was talking about Prime Minister Abe, and then there goes again, extreme right wing, conservative. You know what? I don't think those people who, believe those kinds of narratives probably have never even met Prime Minister Abe. Yeah, I'm sorry to say this, but he's completely different from what the media creates as an image. But it's not something that we can say like, okay, we're going to change the direction regarding Nippon Steel after January 3rd. Okay? It's something that the Japanese administration is supposed to be persistent on this matter, because this is very important for the future and for various reasons. And also the reason why I said, Japan, should have a strong economic alliance with the United States, because China is a real threat. As the new coming Secretary Rubio said in the confirmation hearing, you know what? It's very important. This economic alliance is very important. And I was so disappointed. I was so angry at the decision made by President Biden on January 3rd. And now it's almost January 20th. And the decision, Nippon Steel still has time to think and also talk with U.S. Steel's CEOs and also labor unions as well. And at the same time, I think that labor union is totally fooled by President Biden. This is a terrible situation. I mean, I don't think this is a political matter to President Biden, and regarding, gaining votes from the labor union by saying like these corporations are not doing a good thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is not about national security either. And I hope that it's because maybe he made a wrong statement. I hope that way. And Japan is not China. And I hope that, he says, for example, like dictatorship is no good. And then, he lets actually dictators like Juan Carlos, say the similar things. I'm sorry, but this talk will not be over. Not be over. because, not just because, see, Nippon Steel has its own employees. They have a lot of employees all around the world, including in the United States. And Nippon Steel is not going to dominate the senior management positions like CEO or other positions. Excuse me. So, what and U.S. Steel has agreed. U.S. Steel employees, yes, they have agreed. They made agreements, and please don't destroy the good relationship between Japan and the United States. I really hope that there is a good relationship between Japan and the United States, economically, politically, because there is a security threat coming, really. And ultimately, the Ishiba administration, I'm sorry, they don't matter, but the administration after him matters. I'm sorry, I don't think this administration lasts for a long time. And I was appalled at the way he dresses. And I was appalled at how terrible his dressings are. And like, I just don't know what to say. But anyway, I hope to invite other guests and talk about various topics, discuss various issues, good things, maybe bad things too. But anyways, I hope to maybe post another podcast soon. And please download my podcast. And also please, if you have, maybe if you could contribute to my, through my homepage, then that would be very much appreciated as well. Because I want to keep this podcast basically public, not just for like a member, like certain member or something. So anyway, and there are other reasons why I ask for like contributions. So, but anyway, thank you for listening, and I look forward to speaking in a different podcast on different topic. Goodbye and have a good day.